After the age of 60, we change. Our skin changes, our body changes, our health changes. Sometimes our mental health can change as well. But after 60, there are some things that we are just too old for. And today I want to share 10 things that we're just too old for. I realized that after I turned 60, I stopped caring about a lot of things. And it also made me realize that at this stage of my life, at now that I'm 62, there's a lot of things that I just feel like I'm just too old for this. And a lot of it is I'm too old to give a shit about this. So in true Eva fashion, I wrote down the first thing is about worrying about what others think of me. I don't give a shit what anybody thinks about me. I wear headbands because I'm growing out my roots. I have a bunch of tattoos. I have a nose ring. Yeah, I don't care if you like it or if you don't like it. I live for me to make myself happy and nobody else happy. I spent my entire life pleasing others, and now it's time for me to make me happy. And that's what I do. So I do not worry about what you think about me anymore because your opinion of me does not matter. Number two, I am too old to hold grudges. I have, and not just me. I mean, I feel like a lot of us have had a lot of really shitty things that have happened to us in our lives. And, some of these things might be 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years ago. I don't care about these things anymore. They don't matter to me anymore. If you've done me wrong, I've already forgiven you and I've let it go. It means nothing to me at this stage of the game. I'm 62. We're not in high school anymore. And holding grudges is literally for high school girls. Number three is wearing tight, uncomfortable clothes. I can't be bothered. I feel like now we just want to be comfortable. Like I wear baggy tops all the time. I don't wear tight jeans. High heels, absolutely not. And I know that there are some women over 60 who still like to wear, mini skirts and high heels and tight jeans. And hey, you rock it, man. Kudos to you if that's your style and you want to continue dressing like that. It's just not for me. I can't do it. And I feel like a lot of women over 60 kind of feel the same. They're like, no, I need to be comfortable. I'm not dressing to impress anybody anymore. I'm dressing to make sure that I'm comfortable. Number four is pretending to be someone that we're not so that other people will like us. I did that all my life and I just stop. I just don't do that anymore. I'm too old for that. This is who I am. All the quirks and all the little weird things about me. I'm not going to pretend to be somebody that I'm not, and I'm not going to try to make you like me. Oh, loud bird. This is who I am. Love me or hate me. I don't care. It doesn't really matter to me. Number five is letting people disrespect me, you, us. No, zero tolerance. Absolutely not. I do not stand for bullshit, disrespect, rudeness, bullying. I have no time for any of that. The first word that comes out of your mouth that's disrespectful, you're done. And I will walk away or I will say something depending on the situation. I might say something or I'll just walk away. I don't have any time for that. And I think a lot of us over 60 just we don't put up with that anymore. Number six is clutter. I can't stand clutter. There is zero clutter in my house. I'm a little bit of a minimalist as well. I actually just did a video on death cleaning. I'm going to drop a link to that so you can check that out. But I don't, there's no room in my life for junk and clutter and knickknacks and piles of clothes and shoes. There's no clutter, no. And clutter, also a little side note for you, clutter is toxic energy. Like it's really bad for your mental health and your physical health. You can Google that shit because that's the truth. Number seven is ignoring your body, your health, your aches and pains, all of that stuff. I remember, when we were younger and invincible and fearless, we had an ache or pain and we would just brush it off or take a Tylenol or take an ibuprofen or something. But we don't do that anymore. We don't play with our health anymore. We are too old to not care about our health. So any kind of I'm not talking hypochondriac little thing, but I'm talking if there's something that's not right, we go to the doctor and check it out, or you should anyway. I find also another thing, and by the way, we are in the middle of depending on when you're watching this, we're in the middle of a 30-day no sugar challenge because sugar is the devil, but most of us are addicted to it because it's freaking delicious. So we tend to, over 60, we tend to be careful and mindful of what we eat, but we drink. I also just quit smoking after 50 years. I quit smoking. I quit eating sugar. We're more mindful of the things that we're consuming and doing, drinking, smoking, eat bad eating habits. So we're more mindful of that after 60. Number 8 is drama. I ain't got no time for any of that. I could not care less about what's going on in the neighborhood next to me or no drama. No, we don't. I'm too old for that. Number 9 is saying yes all the time. People pleasing? Absolutely not. The only person that I try to make happy now is me. And I do everything in my power to do the things that make me happy. Because when I'm happy, then the people around me can be happy too. So saying yes, no, I don't say yes all the time. Finally is toxic relationships. And this is a tricky one, I find, because a lot of us, sadly, are still in toxic marriages, still in toxic relationships, because we think that, oh, I'm too old now. What's the point of leaving him or her? We've been married for 30 some years. That's just the way it is. And I'm going to die soon anyway, or whatever the case may be. But that's no excuse to stay in a toxic relationship or marriage. I'm not a marriage counselor. I'm not a therapist. I'm going to say you should leave, but you should leave. I mean, nobody deserves to be treated like shit or to be in a toxic relationship or to have toxic people. And I'm not even talking about, toxic relationships as far as your husband or your wife or your partner, your lifelong partner goes. It could be toxic relationships within your family, within your workspace, anything like that. If you're around toxic relationships or toxic people, you have the right to speak up and to put an end to it and say, this is disrespectful, and I will not tolerate you speaking to me like that, or whatever the case may be. Anyway, these are 10 things that I think that we're just way too old for, over 60. But I feel like these things can apply to anybody at any age, not just over 60. I think we're just a little bit more aware over 60. It's like we have like this aha moment. We're like, oh shit, yeah, I don't got to put up with any of these things anymore. Like and I hate to use the word mature because I don't always find that I'm mature. Sometimes I'm pretty immature, but it's awareness. I think we just realize like, wow, I just spent all my life wasting all these years on all this ridiculousness. Where I find here at 62, none of it mattered. At the end of the day, none of it mattered. Anyway, that's all I got for you. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I do upload videos every Sunday, and I do lives once or twice a week, and I upload shorts when I remember to. I hope you all have an amazing day. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.